What did I change? Nothing. Because sustainability is changing nothing. Sustainability is optimizing the system. No, but my first agenda is I want to change the world. I want to change the relation between the human being and everything that makes life possible. And then I told him, you know what? I want to have life. I don't want to have lights. I just want to have 300 lux, let's say 1,500 hours a year. That's it. If you at Philips, if you need lights to deliver the service light, it's your point. It's not my point. So the guy from Philips, he was quite nervous. He went back to Eindhoven, and halfway he phoned me. He said, Thomas, I have no clue what you're talking about, but I feel I have to do it. But, mention, don't talk with my boss.
Why not?
Because my boss wants that I optimize the system.
But if it's profitable for companies to be in a linear economy, why would they switch to a circular economy? What's in it for companies to switch to a circular economy?
Because it's an ending business model. Because they realize, the linear economy means we get some raw material, we have a production process, we make a product, we have a consumer, and then it's getting waste. And then we pick something else. But if we are in a closed system, then the raw material, the stream of raw material is ending. So they realize it's getting more and more tough to get that stuff.
But do they get that?
I have a question about how we're going to organize this performance-based consumption in the future. Let's say that companies start maintaining ownership of all their products, and so they're only leasing deposits of materials to all consumers around the globe. That would mean that material is being accumulated on the hands of companies around the world. And I can see that Thomas Piketty is hanging up there, and he very well shows that it's a danger that capital is being placed on the hands of very few, and it's a tendency that we see right now. Wouldn't it be dangerous if resources indeed become the most scarce capital in the future, and it is accumulated on the hands of a few really big companies?
Very good question.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because you're completely right. So if we stop here, then all the raw material will accumulate with the production companies. That means we have to do the next step. And the next step is we have to reorganize the whole chain. Not just the last level, not just the relation between the producer and the consumer, performance-based consumption, but we have to reorganize the whole chain. And let's reorganize the whole chain.
Yesterday, the Dutch government made a proposal to reuse all the waste in the Netherlands by 2050. Is it the way?
Perfect.
Perfect?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Why?
It's nonsense.
Why?
Last year we had Paris,
Uh-huh.
and everybody is very happy. I was asked, so what do you think, what could happen in Paris? And I said, the worst thing what can happen if there's an agreement. And we have an agreement. Because if you have an agreement, you do what is possible. But we have to do what is necessary.
And that's impossible.
I mean, it's nonsense. I mean, you know what? I had a commitment with my wife. I will stop drinking in 2030. I will stop smoking in 2040. and from 2050 on, I don't have any more girlfriends anymore, beside my relation. Fantastic deal, don't you think? But it's completely nonsense, because then I don't change. So if I hear 2050, it makes no sense. If they would say, let's do this in 5 years, perfect. Because the only reason why something is not happening, it's because we don't want. Then Bosch was coming and said, Thomas, it's a great idea, fantastic, but just one last question, and then we roll out. I mean, if there's a problem with the machine, if there's a breakdown, for example, who is paying the maintenance costs? I said, very simple. In the old economy, the maintenance costs are for the consumer. In the new economy, the maintenance costs, they are for Bosch, because you deliver washes. So this guy here needed a breakdown. He said, okay, so we had a huge problem, because, you know, Mr. Rao, I know over 3 years, there will be a huge problem with the water pump. In 5 years, the front door will falling down. And in 6 years, we have a backfire in the machine. Because we organized the problem. That was our business model.
He acknowledged it to you.
Yes.
Openly.
They took back all the washing machines. They said, okay, we have a washing machine which is running for 15 years without problem. Please, let's give to the people that machine, because otherwise we have a huge problem. That's what happens. And I tell you, this happens with all stuff.
So
Because the product is an organized problem to serve the business models of the producer.